Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 228 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. We are going to try to play Too Many Bones. This is a game I've played, I think, twice. I picked this up a while ago. I was very excited when I picked it up, and then just found it kind of not my cup of tea, as it turns out. But we're gonna give this another try. Maybe I just wasn't in the right frame of mind when I tried it. Maybe I was just bad at the game. Um, who knows? But we're gonna give this a try. I'm gonna play on sort of the beginning, learning the game mode. So we're playing with Patches, which is the easiest character to supposedly to use solo, and we're going up against Nom, who is supposedly the easiest of the tyrants to deal with. We're also playing. You get 2 additional health when playing in this mode, and you also get 1 training point to start, which I've applied to dexterity. Um, and that's pretty much it. We've got a little day counter already set to 1 here, and we have to defeat Nom before the day counter gets to 9. We have a limit of 8 days to face Nom, and we need 6 progress points to be able to do this. And I've got my coffee here because it's morning of the day that this is supposed to go out, so I'm a little on the sleepy side. And then I've got my little loot here area going where I can put different loot items as well as different treasure trove items, I guess. And my little skill, little. This is a very well produced game, but it feels almost like it's a little too overly produced. Like everything in this game is just like these are like really heavy duty poker chips. Um, but let's go ahead and get started here. I'm not going to go too much into it. There are a lot of great playthroughs of this that are going to do a better job of explaining how this works than I will. So I'm going to just go ahead and get started. We got a little encounter cover card here. It's covering this. Leaving Obendar. Only 12 hours till dawn and the send-off ceremony that will no doubt change the lives of every remaining Gearlock and likely every life in Daylor. Weapons and supplies are ready to go, but the night is young and adrenaline fills the veins. It's clear no sleep will be had tonight. You're sure there's some shady peddlers in dark alleys ready to deal and loot. Then again, some last-minute training could pay a nice dividend by morning. So, what to do, what to do. And squeeze in some last-minute self-improvement or shake down a shady peddler. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do shake down a shady peddler. And we're going to get 1 training point. And we're going to use that for toxins, which, as I understand it, is this dice. Looking at my little sheet here, yes, it's the one that has the negatives on it, and I believe these will basically do true damage, which is kind of cool. Place 1. Yeah, this is, I guess, poison effect. And then I think the number here means that it's also going to do damage. Oh no, it's you can, like I said, I have not played this game. I've only played this game a couple times, and I'm not entirely sure how it works. So this is a poison effect dice, and I think the numbers mean place a number poison effect dice on your target. And the poison effect dice are these things. So we would go ahead and put this, like we would put that on our enemy if that were what we rolled. So I think that that's a good spot. There are little things in the back here that talks about beginner build strategy. So that's why I went with the dexterity here. I do want to get another attack die fairly soon. Oh, medkit first. It's suggesting medkit first, so maybe that's what I should have done. We're going to follow this guide because I think that would be a good idea. So medkit, and then that way we can start to train other things over here as well. So let's go medkit. We're just going to put that there. Now we get to draw loot. We'll go ahead and draw just a regular loot. We got mixed berries. Heal yourself for 3 HP in battle or 5 HP out of battle. That is not an overly useful card for Patches because Patches starts with a lot of HP and has HP regenerative innate abilities, so that's a bit of a bummer. But we are going to put this over here on the side. We've now got ourselves 1 progress point. And then that's it. We go into recovery mode where we don't do any loot trading. We don't do any... Oh, no, I was supposed to pick 2 loot. I'm sorry. Skinning knife. I think I'm actually going to keep the mixed berries, believe it or not. As weird as that sounds. And this should probably be swapped. The lockpicking dice next to the trove loot. Alright, so is that it? Did I do everything right for the first day? Resolve the counter, success, divide the spoils, training points, log progress, then loot trading, individual options, and then I would recover 1 HP because of my innate ability, but I've obviously not used any. Hardly out the gate. 15 steps into the journey, and I forgot to advance the day counter. There we go. 15 steps, and already a gearlock boot is struck through the air, by an arrow. Luckily, no toes were killed. Teeth are clenched, and a painful tug is made while looking around in embarrassment. Yow! Now, sufficiently ticked, it's time to return the favor to the ominous figures at the edge of the woods. A commotion breaks out atop the city wall, interrupting all thoughts. Guards have now spotted the brazen intruders and are notching their arrows. Their help is at the ready. Like it or not, this adventure is underway. And so here's our choice. We can either, at the start of, we can hail the guards for help, in which case we will get to do 1 true damage to each baddie at the start. Or we can choose to just simply fight them ourselves and we'll get a training point. Now we're going to get a training point regardless, plus we're going to get a loot, and plus we're going to get 1 progress. Should we be successful. Otherwise, and if we're unsuccessful, this goes back on top of the encounter deck and we have to do it again. Obviously, this is recommended for first-time players, and I'm treating myself as a first-time adventurer. So I'm going to go ahead and do the hail the guards for help. So they're going to help us out. So now we figure out our BQ baddie points. We're on day 2. We have 1 adventure. That means that we have number of adventurers times day baddie points to deal with. So we're going to have 2 baddie points. So we're going to take these 2 off the top here, just in order. And that's going to be our baddie queue that we have to now get through. There's only 2 dice here, so they're only going to go out in these two lanes. So that's good. Let's go ahead and reveal the first one. The first one is a troll romper who's got 3 HP. And thick skin. And 1 attack dice, but no defense dice. And I think that last symbol is that they start with 2 initiative. Just looking it up now. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's initiative. And so we're going to use a baddie dice to indicate... yeah, just making sure the camera's still active. So we're going to use this blue dice. We're going to set it to 2. I forgot to roll my own initiative dice, which is this lovely little thing right here. So we're going to roll this. And I get a 4. So that's going to put me down here. So I don't get to go first, unfortunately. And I think that's it. It's a melee, so it will start on this position here. And then this other one is a troll brute. They've got an initiative of 1. Oof. So they will start up here. And this initiative order will pretty much just, that's it. We're now stuck with that. We're going to take this and 3 more of these. And this will go underneath. And it's got 1 of each. It's got an attack die. It has an attack die and a shield die. It's also got some abilities. So let's go figure out what these abilities are. So, let's see. Tough, thick skin. Ignore the first damage. This unit would take this turn. Does not ignore true damage. So, the fact that this is true damage, each one of these is going to get true damage at the start of each round, means that no matter what, it can't ignore it. So, but if I do any damage to it, it's going to ignore that first one. So, that's something to keep in mind. Also, this should have gone here. There we go. They both have thick skin, and they both have careless. That means any bones they roll will cause them to lose 1 HP. So that is something to keep in mind. And I think that is just regular HP damage. So if I do 1 point of HP damage, but then they also end up doing something careless, that means that at least I'll get to, they'll lose a point there. Yay. So I think we're going to go up against the one that has no defense first. We're going to put our guy there. Because no matter what, they're going to move down to try to attack me anyway, so it's not really going to make any difference. But they're going to get to go first. So first, our one guy here, he's going to move 2 spaces. I suppose I could put my guy here. No, I don't think that's going to make a difference. If I move my guy here, they move here. Either way, I don't think there's a way for me to avoid getting attacked by both of them this round. If I put myself, and because I'm melee, I'm not melee ranged. I have to start in one of these spots. So I'm just going to go ahead and just face it. I'm just going to get attacked. Let's go there. All right, so now we're going to figure out how many dice to roll. We're going to roll for the purple guy. He's going to go first. I think. Not sure what the other die is, to be honest. All right, come down here. And then he's going to get 1 attack and 1 defense. So he rolled a 1. He does attack. That means I will lose a point of damage. He also manages to roll a bone, which, because of his backup plan, means that he loses 1 HP. But because he's got thick skin, he's not going to have to worry about the first HP loss this round. I'm going to put that little defense die there just to indicate that he's already rolled 1 bone and has already lost 1 HP. So I think that'll work like that. And did this come from me? Do I have 7 under here? No, that's where that came from. Let's put that over there. Now, this dude's going to attack. He's just going to roll an attack dice. And he rolls a 1, so I lose 1 more point of damage. I'm getting beaten up here. Owie. All right, so I can roll. I'm going to attack. Oh, and I forgot to take away their HP at the start of the turn round. Sorry, I'm just horrible at this game. So each of them at the beginning of the round does lose 1 HP. We're going to go this guy because he's already got 1 damage, so I think that's probably where it's better for me to roll. I get to roll 3 dice, so I'm going to roll, because you roll the number of dice of your dexterity, unless you either use it for move or number of dice you roll. So in this case, because I'm not moving any, I get to roll 3 dice total, and then that means skill, attack, and defense. That's all of them, so I'll use all of them. All right, so I rolled 3 health, 2 attack, and 1 bone. So the bone I can put up here under my plan, and that will count as part of my backup plan. I can also put dice up here for active and locked. So had I rolled a 2, for example, I could have put that up under lock. That would prevent the next 2 points of damage. However, that's not the case. I do manage to restore myself 3 hit points, but I only had 2 to restore, so yay. And then that's exhausted. And then this is 2 attack. So because they've already been damaged once through their own stupidity, we're going to do 2 remaining damage. And I've actually killed my first baddie. That's going to go into the discard over here. We can put this up here. So yay. All right, that's not too bad. I like that. So now we're going to go to round 2. And now they're going to attack again. They've got 1 attack dice. That's it. They're going to roll. And they do 1 damage. Also, they took 1 damage at the beginning of the round. So that's that. I get to roll an attack and a defense, and I don't have any other dice to roll. So theoretically, I could move. It's not going to make that much of a difference, but I'm going to roll. I I do roll one bone, which I'm going to go ahead and put in there. And I also do one attack, but unfortunately, because it hasn't taken any damage yet, it's not going to get hurt this round. We now go to round 3. It's going to take some damage from the guards, which kills it. So thanks to the guards' help, they managed to land enough damage to take out the trolls for me, because I needed the help. All right, so we have managed to be successful here. We're going to get 1 training point, which I'm going to add to attack. I'm just going to put that right in there. We're also going to get 1 progress, so we need 6 to complete this. And we're going to go ahead and get a loot out of this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go for a trove loot so we can start to try to unlock something kind of cool here. All right. And that should be it for the day. Now we can go into the recovery phase where we can do a lock-picking attempt. And I'm just going to pull the instructions up over here so I can do this correctly. You will have an opportunity to make 1 lock-picking attempt per day on any discovered true loot. Hoorah. Okay, so we're going to roll these 4 dice here to try to see how far we get. This has got a lever of 1, trip of 6, force of 1. So hopefully we'll be able to get past the lever at least. Let's see, we've got 1 lever, so that's going to work. So we're going to move this down. I think the way that this works is that you move this down to indicate that you've got past the first lock. So now this is indicating that we've unlocked lever. We do get to change one of these dice, and I think that means that we get to re-roll it. And we've got a 1 trap here, which is not that great. We've got 2 force. We're going to need all of the traps to get this unlocked on the next turn. So unfortunately, that's about it as far as unlocking this goes. We've managed to get past the first one. Hopefully we'll get past the second one as well. I just want to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong with loot. Yeah, it says, like at the beginning you draw 2 and pick 1, but I think the rest of these are just regular. There's also something about trading in loot, and a part of me wants to trade in these berries. But I'm not finding anything about that. I think trade loot is more like within the members of your own party, so since I don't have any other members of the party, I can't trade. All right, so we're going to go on to the next adventure. We're now on day 3, so let's go ahead and turn that. Crossing the Ciberon. The Ciberon River, a glistening vein of trade running through the length of Delore, playfully beckons as it shimmers in the daylight up ahead. But with so few bridges in these parts, this crossing is an obvious spot for enemy scouts and traps. A journey of this importance leaves only 2 options. Tucking the ears and try to blend in is risky but efficient. A boat at dusk carries less chance of discovery but requires business with the Molnor, a trading syndicate with their own set of drawbacks. So my choices are, I can either tuck my ears and walk like a commoner, and this will give me 1 progress point plus 1 training point. If we are spotted, then we have to face off against the first tyrant encounter. Or we can hire the Molnor traders, we'll get 1 loot, but we'll also shuffle in the special encounter Molnor traders into the deck. Either way, we're going to get 1 point. I think we're going to try to get through. So I have to roll this dice, and on 3 through 6, we just get the rewards. 3, good. So these dice can come out. this dice should have come back here. Sorry. And at the end of battle, this goes back to its original spot. So now I got 1 training point. I think... So nutrients, if I remember correctly, it's just more stuff. It's healing. Yeah, it's healing and restore, which maybe. Oh, reroll heal. All right, I think I want to go for toxins. Although part of me wants to get the Bonesaw, because I could really use another attack dice. I feel like that's going to become an issue going forward. I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to go for fast hands. Despite the insistence that nutrients and toxins are a good way to go. All right, so we've got ourselves another one of those. We can put that aside. We've got now 4 of our 6 needed progress points, so yay. We've now got another encounter. This is also why they tell you, like, they give you a little thing to put over it so you don't get spoiled as to what's coming up ahead. A dire situation. My desire to sleep is clashing with my fears of being eaten by wolves. These torches only burn for so long. Must stay awake. Yow. Jolted from my involuntary slumber, my sleeping gear becomes a tornado of chaos as I scramble from under my blankets. A few dying embers flicker weakly in the expiring fire, giving just enough light to see nothing at all. I look up to see moonlight through the trees, but my view of the night sky is suddenly eclipsed by the evil glow of 2 huge yellow eyes. As I slowly stand, my stomach turns as I realize I'm still only half the beast's size at best. I desperately fumble through my belt for a weapon. That's not there. This dire wolf looks hungry. So I can either find my weapon and or I must find my pack. So the option is that in one instance I cannot use any skill dice. Also, these need to get cleared. I think the backup plan gets cleared, right? Yeah. Yeah, those get cleared. All right. I must find my weapon, and the baddies are going to be a 5-point wolf, or a 1 and a plus a 1-point baddie. And it's the same with both of these. In the first case, I cannot use skill dice for the first round of battle, first 2 rounds of battle, and in the other one, I can only use skill dice. So since I want to be able to do some damage to this, I'm going to go ahead and do the first one. We're going to take a baddie. We're also going to have to get a 5-point wolf. And I think they should be in here. Or not. No, there's no wolves in here. So I'm going to have to get a wolf from the box, which I stupidly set up in a way that it does not make it easy to go get. Oh boy. All right. Well, one of the 5-point baddies is now on the floor. I do not see them. And since this chair makes a lot of noise when it rolls, I'm not going to look for it too hard. So I think what I need to do is I need to go into this box here that, again, I sort of stupidly put away and get a 5-point wolf. That looks like bird, griffin, howler, wolf, dire wolf. Okay, there we go. Okay, so lashback. So I think the way that this is going to come out, this is going to be in 1, and then the wolf is going to be in 2. So this is going to be a troll romper, which should seem familiar. They're going to have an initiative of 2. And they're going to have a total of 3 health. They've got thick skin and careless. And then the wolf is going to come out, and it's going to have an initiative of 4. But it's going to have a whopping 6 health. And it's going to roll 4 attack dice. So this is going to be my priority. All right. So I've got... I'm missing 1 here because I should be at 7. I will start here. And I have to roll my initiative, which I think will, no matter what, put me right between... Yep, right between these two. And then that should do it. Okay. So, just to remind myself that I'm still there. The troll is going to move first. It's melee, so it just moves 1's position, and it's going to roll a total of 1 dice, just 1 attack dice, and it does manage to do 1 damage. We'll put our lost HP here so I don't forget it. Then I get to go, and I'm going to attack the wolf because I feel like the wolf is definitely the more important one. I do think that trying to get this guy taken care of as well is going to be important, but this guy can do a lot of damage to me. Like, that's going to be really tough to get rid of. So we're going to be able to roll with 3 dice. We can't roll with any of the skill dice these first 2 rounds, so it's just going to be 2 attack dice and a defense. This also has lashback, and according to the sheet here, lashback is... It's going to do as much damage to me as I do to it. Yay. So I do 2 damage. I do get a defense of 1, thankfully. And it's going to do 2 damage back. Not as much damage. It's going to do 2 damage no matter what. So that's good to know. So already I'm pretty messed up. And now it's going to get to attack with 4 dice. So this could be it. I mean, this could be a very quick encounter. Oh yeah, that's 4 dice, 4 attacks. I got 1 defense on that, so I'm gonna lose 3 more dice. It does get a bone, however, the bone doesn't do anything for them. So that was pretty quick. Yeah, I'm gonna die here, aren't I? We now go back to the top of the turn. Innate recovery means that, for patches, means that I gain 1 HP, but I think it's 1 HP per day. At the start of his turn, Peaches heals himself for 1 HP, so I will get to deal 1 HP back to myself, which will do absolutely nothing. Like this is sort of this is just sort of a given that I'm going to die. But we are on round 2. Alright, so they're going to attack with 1. I cocked a little bit. 2. Yeah, that's it. I'm dead. Alright, so I got knocked out. I don't believe that I get to treat this as successful. It was unsuccessful. Any undefeated bounties on the bottom of their appropriate stack and move directly into the recovery phase. So I'm going to put this wolf here on the bottom of the stack. Come on, really? And you're going to go to the bottom here. Put you there, put you there. And there, and there. And that did not go well at all. All right. So I basically have to rest and reheal. I don't think I can do anything else. Let's see. There is... I can do another lockpicking attempt. So individual options, heal HP to full, and that's what I have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the lockpicking dice. This time around, we're looking to try to get 6 trap total, which is not going to be easy. All right. Actually, that looks like it might work. That is 3 and 2. And then I get +1. Yeah, okay, so this is good. I get to apply +1 to one of these 2 locks, and I need force for the next one. And I think that means that I want to just make sure I have this one left over. I'm not sure which one of these is the this is the force lock, so I definitely want this left over. But I can keep one of these as well, so I'll keep this one. This is exhausted, so I put that aside. I should have read this a little bit more closely. So that is going to add it to 1. I've got this unlocked. And then I'm going to roll these 2 along with the action dice. And I need 1 force to get it over. And got it. Okay, good. So the trove is unlocked. Hunter's body count necklace. Permanent. The next baddie you defeat, deal killing blow, goes on top of this card. Each future baddie you defeat of the same type also gets placed on the card. Roll 1 additional dice, does not cost dexterity, for each baddie on this card when attacking the same baddie type. That is pretty cool. All right. I like that. That is neat. Okay. So we got ourselves a little bit of a nicer thing. We did not get any training points from that. I think as far as the encounter goes, that is going to go right back on top. Except I don't know how I'm going to keep dealing with a wolf that's just going to keep knocking me out over and over again. So I really could not tell you what's going to happen to this encounter. Encounter phase 7-9. Let's go ahead and read that chapter. I feel like that would be a fairly important thing to cover. The first 3 adventures you face are always the same adventures. They're always 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. I feel like the encounters just go to the bottom. I'm going to discard it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right, invited to dinner, and the next one's going to be the tyrant encounter. Wakey, wakey, little critter, a deep voice bellows. Oh, I forgot to advance this to 4, day 4. There we go. Wakey, wakey, little critter, a deep voice bellows as a putrid stench fills my nose and mouth. I cough and I spit to gain my breath, but the air is thick with the smell of rotten fruit or worse. Something pokes my side and I start to swing. Swing? Why am I swinging? The question forces my eyes open. Everything is upside down and swaying uneasily. I look up and see nothing but green grass. Gaining my senses, I am frighteningly aware that I am bound and hanging, legs lashed to a tree branch. Below me is a boiling pot. Beside it stand two troll mules, currently fighting over what to add to their stew. Gearlock stew. All right. So I can pick my locks and try to escape, or trick the trolls. And this is resolved no matter what. All right. So I'm gonna go with the pick my locks and escape. I have to make it a lock pick attempt and get 3F2L. So I get this. I do the 2F, and I think I can keep rolling. Is that? Because I don't have any exhausted dice yet. But that seems like that would be kind of pointless. You could just keep rolling all day. Although I suppose, like, if you get to a point where you've only got T's, then you can't really re-roll. I'm almost there. Like, I've almost got it. But I don't know if lockpicking is different for. There we go. There we go. Okay, sorry. It's a bit of a loose connection there for the USB. Okay, so I've got 3F, and this means I don't have to worry about exhausting this dice. So I've gotten the first lock part of this attempt, this thing unlocked. So I'm gonna make I'm gonna make another attempt here and try to get 2L, because it does say that you can only do one at a time. And that's enough to get the L. Okay. I am successful. I will discard all regular loot. I don't discard trove loot, thankfully. And then get to draw 2 loot in exchange. So I get Rusty Optics. At the end of a round, gain 3 initiative spots. That's nice. And Fortunate Discovery. Select one of your consumable skill dice and place it onto its spot on your mat. It is now available for me to use. So the consumables are basically these can be done in any order, but basically they each of them have a different thing that you can that will give you benefit. And I think these ones here, it's Liquid Life, Poison Dart, and E cells. And I think I'm gonna go, unless there's some reason for me to go to E cells. So the E cells basically give you, they go into the lock slot up here. And it's, which one is it? It's, I think, this one. So you roll it and it would go automatically up here. Reduce it by 1, and you can use, each time you use Overcharge, which is up here at 6, or chooses to roll Zap Pack, which is here. neither of which are really that useful for me. Liquid Life would be good, except I don't really have a need to revive myself from being KO'd, so I'm going to go with Poison Darts. And Poison Darts. Poison Darts essentially is a dice that gives me, I guess, 3 Poison Darts. Place a poison effect die on any baddie. And then consumables. I don't know if I roll that right away and then just throw that up there. I do on the E-cells. Like, it does say on the E-cells explicitly that you roll it and put it up and locked. But hi. All right, back. Welcome to day 228 of technical difficulties with Foggy Broom. All right, so we have successfully done this though. We're now at 5 progress points, and I get 1 more training point, so I can go. I think I'm going to go Bonesaw, so I have some extra attack here because I don't have anything to attack with other than these 2. All right, so the problem with Thick Skin. This is the Tyrant encounter. And there he stands, the size of a Garlock hut, right in the middle of the path. Nom, the troll chieftain, and his cronies are clearly unafraid of leaving the safety of their lair. They are thirsty for blood, and this battle feels premature. That's good for Nom, not so good for this side of the battle line. With what feels like 0 time to prepare, there's got to be a way to delay this encounter. Perhaps fighting aggression with aggression would cause Nom to back off. If not, the crack of Nom's thundercloud will resound throughout the side this day. So, we get BQ baddie points, and right now we are on day 5, I believe, because I forgot to once again advance the counter. It would be a 5 plus 2 1-point baddies, and then Nom would go on top of the HQ. Nom leaves the battle at the end of round 3. Or we run away and we lose 2 HP and must skip the recovery phase. If we do the latter, we get a training point. If we do the former, we get a training point, progress point, and loot. It's pretty unlikely that we're going to survive, though. But I'm going to go for it. Why not? So what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 baddies, 1-point baddies. We're also going to... we have a 5-point baddie on top, which is 1 5-point baddie, and then Nom goes on top. All right, so we're going to go, we're going to roll our dice here. And we get a 4. It's not great. Nom is going to come out. He is going to have a total of 6 dice. He's got Thick Skin 3. That means he ignores the first 3 points of damage. He's going to have 2 initiative, and he's going to roll 1 and 1. And he's going to go here, and he can move diagonally. Something to keep in mind. Then our 5-pointer is an Orc Warmonger, also with 6 points worth of damage. And he's got a 4 initiative. And we'll roll 3 and 2. He's got Raiding and Taunt. And that's it. That's all we need to know. For our 1-point baddies, we've got a Careless Troll who's going to have 4 damage to work with. Is also melee, gets 1 and 1, and will come in on 3. I'll go here. And then finally, our last baddie is a Troll Brute that has got thick skin and is careless and has 3 points of damage. So clearly you're going to do okay. I'm going to come in over on this side, and with some luck, we'll be able to move backwards maybe. I don't know. This is going to suck. And they're going to come in on 1. All right. All right, let's get killed here. Okay, so first thing that's going to happen is that the green character, this one here, will roll first. They'll roll 1 attack and 1 defense. They've also got thick skin 1, so they're going to prevent the first point of damage. Fortunately, they do 2 bones, which means they actually do 1 damage to themselves. Next up, we've got Nom, who is going to move diagonally towards me, like so. He's going to roll 1 and 1. And he's got recover of 1, which I think, I'm assuming probably means that he gets to recover 1 HP each turn. Yeah. So he's going to do 1 and 1. He's going to defend an additional damage. Put that right on there. And then do 1 damage to me. Hoorah. Now, this is where it gets fun. The other 2 can't really attack from where they are. So I might actually be somewhat lucky there. This dude is going to go 1, 2. Like that. And that's as close as he can get. This guy is not going to be able to attack. He can't attack diagonally. So, to some extent, I think I lucked out a little bit there. His characteristics, by the way, are raiding and taunt. Basically, raiding means that he gets 1 extra AP for every extra orc. However, there are no extra orcs. And he's got taunt. Yeah, that's just adjacent units have to attack. So we'll get rid of that. I think that now goes away. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I no longer care. And so we go to the end of this one. At the end of the round, gain 3 initiative spots. I will go ahead and use this. I'm going to rotate this to indicate that I've used this once. That basically means I get to go up to the top. All right. And now we're on round 2. We're actually now on round 2. This should have been on round 1. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead, and since I don't have to move, I will go ahead and attack. I mean, I could attack Nom here with the poison dart. Is that really going to do any sort of anything at all? Because essentially he'd have to lose... No, because he's going to disappear after round 3. So, never mind. That's not going to make any difference. Yeah, he's going to leave at the end of round 3, or if his HP reaches 5 or fewer, with the other gnomes, with the other monsters basically taking up the fight. I'm better off saving this for this dude. But I do get to attack. I got 3 dice to roll. I may as well go ahead and roll these 2, like this, and then 2 attack dice, and not worry about defense for the moment. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do... If I kill Gnome now, like, do I win? It's a good question. Oh, he's got a Tyrant die. I should have been rolling that as well. I guess. I don't know. Very confusing. We're going to roll 2 attack, and we're going to target thick-skinned dude over here. See if we can't take him out. If I take him out, that does leave the issue of what happens. It's going to open up a spot. This dude's going to come in and then basically be able to attack. But I think I have to deal with that anyway, so let's just go ahead and do it. So I managed to do 4 damage. This is now exhausted, and this dude is dead. I get to place this on here, and that means yeah, that's probably the most helpful thing I could have done. Because every time I kill a troll now, that troll goes on here, and I get an extra attack die when dealing with a troll, and Gnome is a troll. So now we go green. Green is off, so they're done. Blue is Nom, so Nom is going to roll 1-1, and I think we're supposed to roll the Tyrant die, whichever one that is. I think it's this one. Does 1 damage to me. Also a club. And the Thunder Club, after Nom's attack, knock target back to the farthest position away from its current position on the battle mat and deal 1 true damage. I don't understand that because, I mean, the farthest away would be over here. I guess that would be what I do. Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to rule that it goes down here because that would make more sense. Like, it's got to be something of a straight line. No, it does say farthest position away. I gotta go with what it says. Sorry. Okay, so now that's Nom, and now yellow goes, and now they can actually get into a position to attack. So they're gonna roll 1 of each dice. They get 1 defense and 1 attack, so I lose 1 more damage. And then he's going to move into a position, and he's going to get 3 and 2. Which means this might be it for me. 2 bones. Fortunately, just does 1 damage. Gets 2 defense. I think monster defense just rolls away. I don't know what happens with monster defense. Yeah, it goes on top of them. All right. So the taunt basically means taunt dice will go on top of them. I'm not sure what the taunt. I will just remember that I have to attack them first. He does do 1 attack, 1 damage though. All right. So that's it for this round. We now go to the start of the next round. I recover 1 damage at least. And I'll be rolling first. I've already used that, and I want to use the poison die on him anyway. So I'm going to use this since I don't have to move. I'm now cornered, in fact. I'm going to roll 1 attack, and I'm going to roll 1 of these fast hands, which will... Oh, it's a multiplier for the med pack, so I guess I'm going to use both of these together so I can get a whole bunch of points back. We'll hold off on the dart for now. And I'm going to roll 1 defense. I'm going to try to roll a defense here, since I'm not going to be able to do much damage this round. So 9, 3 times 3, those are now exhausted, but I get all of my HP back. I roll 1 bones, so the bones, sorry for the jostle there of the mic, is going to go here. These are now exhausted. Okay. So now Nom is going to go diagonal and can attack diagonal. Which means he's going to do 2 damage total and knock me all the way over here. These 2 should come here. He's going to get 1 defense, but it's not going to matter because he's going to disappear at the end of this round. If I'm doing that wrong, I apologize. Okay, so now yellow's going to go, but yellows can only move like that. I guess would probably move here, and then they would move here. I don't know if we have a choice of where we can move them, because obviously I'd like to try to keep them they'll take the shortest move possible. However, in this case, the shortest move possible, I mean, there's multiple paths, and it does make a difference as to which path they take. Because if I move this dude is going to move this way and could move this way or this way. And then no matter what, they're going to continue moving this way. But if they move like this, then essentially I can then move over here, and that's going to give me another turn before I have to deal with them. So I'm gonna do it that way. I'm going to move this person here, and I'm going to move this person here, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize. But neither of them get to attack me this round. So Nom is now going to take off. Nom's done. He doesn't want to deal with this anymore. He's off the board. Now I've got these 2 to deal with. And I'm going to have to use 2 defense to move. Oh, and I get at least get 1 HP back. And attacking is not going to do anything, so I'm just going to roll my defense. And I get another bone, which now could allow me to heal, but I don't want to do that yet. Yellow, we can also move that off the board. Yellow is going to get to attack. Not going to roll the defense dice. They've already got defense up. They get 1 attack. And then this character is going to move 2, but I think either here or here is the closest they can get. All right, so now I'm going to attack this guy. Oh, and that was round 3 and then round 4, and now it's round 5. Which means in the next round we get to the fatigue round where we lose HP each round. So now I'm going to attack with 3 dice, plus I get a 4th one because of the bloody necklace. The hunter's body thing necklace. And I roll 2, which is going to knock out their defense plus their thick skin. And it's going to allow me a needle jab if I want. Also a fortunate discovery, which I think is I get a consumable. But I think what I want to do is I want to use the needle jab. And then you move everything like that. The needle jab is 2 HP actual true damage. And let me just make sure that that is correct. Needle jab, stick target for 2 damage. And because they've already taken 1 damage this round, they've now... Oh, and they don't even have thick skin. Oh, so they lose 3 damage. That's stupid of me. So they're almost dead. They now get to roll again. They do careless, which means they're dead. They'll also do 1 point of damage on me, which is unfortunate. But they're dead, and they'll go on to the necklace. This dude will now get to over here and attack, and he's already got the 2 defense up there, so he's just going to roll 3 attack dice. deals 1 bone and 2 damage. So he's going to do 2 damage to me. All right. Now, it's the 2 of us, and we're going to go into the fatigue round. Now, at the start of my turn, I gain 1 HP, but now I'm going to lose 1 HP, I think, on each round. So I don't gain or lose anything. And there's no way for me to stay a certain distance from him, because no matter what, he can just then move. So... all units lose 1 HP. Okay. So he's going to lose 1 HP. All right, and I'm just going to attack, and I'm going to get 5 attack dice. So that's not too bad. He's got rating. Oh no, I'm not going to get any extra attack dice. He's not an orc. He's not a troll, so I'm not going to get any extra attack dice. I will go with 3. He doesn't have any extra skin, but he's got 2 defense right now. I will also go ahead and deal the dart. Try to see if I can stay ahead of him a little bit. 1, 1, and 2. So his defense are out. And now he's got poison, which I think... yeah, this will essentially do two points of damage every turn at the start of their turn. So they're going to go. They're going to lose 2 points of damage. They're down to 3. It'd be nice if I could succeed here, but I've only got 2 points of damage left and nothing really to help out. So I probably should have put one of those into defense. I really should have. Yeah, that's going to be 3 damage. That's going to be enough. That's going to knock me out. This goes over here. So, unfortunately, I lose. It was a valiant effort. He's going to go to the bottom of the 5-point stack. So I don't, that was unsuccessful, and then this gets, I think, shuffled back in, maybe? Maybe I discard it. I'm going to say that I discard it. I'm not going to dither. All right, so this goes away. I've lost all my points. So I'm going to, I think, fully recover now. Unsuccessful, unsuccessful, unsuccessful. All right, so this gets reset. This doesn't. This is 2 uses and that's it. These go in. Poison dart consumable. That is now used. Actually, I don't get that back. That goes away. This, however, is looking good because at least now I've got some bonuses there. Okay, so day 6. We are quickly getting to the point where we cannot do this much longer. The Ebon, evil as they are, still show a strange cross-species loyalty. Trolls won't hesitate to call for help from an orc, kobold, or even bog scum. A fight may look winnable, but it's often not worth the risk. Lucky for me, creatures of the Ebon always have a price. I wonder if the menacing figure ambling towards me can simply be bribed with something shiny in exchange for safe passage. Unfortunately, if he has friends hiding in those bushes, they might be waiting to take a whole lot more than a shiny object. My choices are stand my ground and fight, and I will have to deal with 6 baddie points, or make a peace offering, and if I have loot to offer, choose one and place it on the battle mat. And then basically I lose the loot, and on a 1 through 3 I have to make the encounter choice again. 4 through 6 the baddie leaves. So I may as well try this. I think I'm going to offer this since it's only got 1 use left. If this comes up 4 through 6, we're done. That's a little cocked. I'm going to roll it again. 2. All right. Well, gave up my loot. It wasn't satisfied. So now I got to deal with this. So we're going to go to round 1. I'm going to roll my die now so I don't forget to do it. 3. We're going to deal a 5 and a 1. And the 5 is going to be a Troll Enforcer who's got a initiative of 2 and has 5 hit points. Thick Skin of 1 plus Taunt. And then over here, I've got a Dragon Whelp, who's only got 2 hit points and an initiative of 5. But we'll get to attack twice and has a defense of 1. Weaken. Target must reduce their dexterity by number for the next turn. Place a weakened dice. So I think there's a good chance I could just take out this Dragon Whelp before I even have to deal with it. It's not going to go until the very end. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself here just so that I don't have to move. But I do have to deal with this guy first. He's going to move towards me and roll 3 action dice, attack dice, and 2 defense. He is going to do 4 damage, and he's going to get 1 defense. That is a lot of damage. I think that's what I'm discovering I really don't like. That'll stay here. All right. He's got 1 defense. He's also got thick skin, and he's got 5 points. And I really do need to take out this dude. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my... let's see. I'm going to do 2 attack, 1 there, blah, blah, blah. I think I was rolling the wrong number of attack dice on the previous round. But since I lost, it doesn't really matter now, does it? All right, so I do 2 attack and 1 defense. The defense is going to go up there. This is enough to actually take out this dude. So he's dead. That was quick. That dice is done. And we now go on to round 2. He is once again going to roll 3 attack dice and only 1 defense this time. And I'm going to lose... oh, and I gained 1 at the start of the round. He's going to gain another 2 defense. He's going to do 4 damage, 1 of which gets blocked, and then 3 more. That's awesome. I'm down to 1 point of damage. All right. I'm going to attack and defense, so I'm going to roll these 2 as skill dice. I get 3 skill dice total. I'll also roll bone saw since I don't have any other choice here. And I do get to roll 2 additional attack dice because it is a troll. Mostly to just see if I can get through some of these shields that he's got up now. 3 times 3, so I'm going to get all my HP back, at least. I'm going to do 3 damage, so all of the defense is gone that he built up. But now all of these are used. And we're going to go to round 3. He is going to attack again. 3 and 2. He's going to roll 3 attack and get 1 shield. The bone just means that he's taunting. We already know that. So I'm going to get 1 HP back at the start of my turn. I'm going to roll a defense, and then I'm going to do 2 and then 2 attack die. I think that's right. All right. I will take the 2 defense, do 4 attacks. So that's going to get through his defense. It's going to deal 1 there, and then take away 2 points. That moves us on to round 4. We do have additional baddies at the end of round 5. Oh, at the end of round 3 and 5. 1. So a 1-point baddie comes into the queue. It's Engulf. It's going to have 6. This is getting ridiculous. 3. All right. So I should have done that at the end of round 3 as well, but I did not deal with it. All right. So round 4, he's going to go again. He's going to roll 3 and 2. I think I already dealt with my extra point there. He's going to do just 2 damage, which knocks out my defense, but he's going to get 3 damage in return. Good Lord. I'm going to go next. I've got a possible... I'm going to get 1 HP back. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 1 defense and 2 attack, I guess. I think that's the only thing I can do. And I'm going to have it be on this monster. So I get 1 defense and I do 2 damage. We now go to round... Oh, no, it attacks for 1. And does 1 point of damage. Which should have gone through the defense. We're now on round 5. No new baddies, thankfully. Dude over here is going to attack for 3. Does a whopping 4 points of damage. 1 of which I'll get back at the start of my turn. I'm going to attack him for 4 and defense of 1. All right, so I got a bone here. This knocks out his defense but doesn't do anything else. It's kind of useless. I should have probably attacked that guy. Just to get rid of him. But he's almost dead anyway. As am I. So he's going to roll 1 and does 2 points of damage, which I think is probably going to do it. If I lose this battle, I'm going to stop. All right, so we're on to the everybody loses damage round, which kills this guy, kills me, and does 1 point of damage here. And that's it. I'm not going to continue on. I lose. Nom wins. You've destroyed the land. I'm probably playing this wrong, and it's probably not the right character to go with in solo, because it's not an attack character. It is a support character. Yet when you're looking through at the different complexities, it's got 2 under solo, so it makes it sort of an attractive choice. But I don't understand why. Like, this is not a solo character. It can barely do any damage whatsoever. You look at the other characters, these fucking mats. You've got as much health for Pickett here, but at least he's got like an extra defense that he can roll. You've got this dude who's got like a ton of attack and a ton of dexterity, and then you've got this character, and they all have different things that they can do. So I'm not sure, like, I would just put a big warning sign on this. Don't play this solo. This is actually really hard to play solo. If you're playing as patches, don't do it. It's just stupid. And it's a lot of crap. And I don't know. This is, it's not my least favorite game, but it is the one that I am the most disappointed in terms of the amount of money I spent, because Too Many Bones is a costly game. It is a very expensive game, and it's wonderfully executed components, but the game itself is just kind of annoying. And tomorrow I'm going to come back. I'm going to do a different game altogether. We're going to do something nice and cheap and simple, and we're going to see how much fun I had in comparison, and maybe even do a little graph. I don't know. Folks, thank you so much for joining me for this over hour-long complaining session with multiple technical errors. And thank you for your patience. I will see you again tomorrow.